Good morning. Let me ask you one very important question today. That is, what are your strengths? Don't you think it's a very important question in our life? What are your strengths? Means, what are you good at? Are you good at singing? Are you a good singer? Do you sing well? Are you good at dancing, studying, drawing, etc.? Not only this, you need to check whether you have creativity. If you take any work, just do you complete that work, or do you complete that work very creatively in a unique way with some speciality in that work which is different from others? Do you have discipline? Do you maintain discipline in every place? How do you behave? Do you manage time? Means, do you have punctuality? Do you have patience? Do you deal with other people with patience, or do you lose your patience soon? Do you have determination, dedication, honesty? If you take a work, do you feel determination to do that? Means, do you feel like I have to complete this at any cost within the stipulated time? Do you have the determination, dedication towards your work? And then trustworthiness. Do you have these qualities? Also check whether you are good at communication skills. This is very important nowadays, correct? How well do you speak with others? Do you have the ability of solving problems? If any problems come to you, if you face any problems, do you find it very difficult to solve that problem? Do you take the help of others? Can you solve by yourself? Check yourself. Are you good at decision making? Do you take decisions in your life by yourself? Or do you depend on others? Maybe on your parents or maybe your friends. Do you depend on others to take some decisions? Do you have a critical thinking or analytical thinking, logical thinking, reasoning ability? Do you have these skills? Do you analyze the situations properly? Do you have interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills means, do you understand other people well? Do you have that understanding ability? Not only understanding others, you should have other quality also, that is intrapersonal skill. Do you have that intrapersonal skill? Means, do you understand by yourself well? Self-awareness. Do you present any topic well? If you get any topic, do you present yourself in front of others in a better way? So, do you have all these qualities? These are some of the positive qualities. Check from the beginning of your life. How have you been improving in your life? We always need to climb the ladder of success, but not to climb down. So, have you ever thought of this? Have you asked anyone else regarding this? Means, have you asked anyone else what are your positive qualities to get the feedback from them? Sometimes we analyze ourselves in a better way. Sometimes we have to ask others to tell about our positive qualities because they may observe some qualities which we might not have observed so far. It helps us to understand our strengths in a better way. Is it important to understand only our strengths? No, not at all. It's very important to understand our weaknesses also. Then, what are your weaknesses? Weaknesses means, which are the weaknesses first? These are some of the weaknesses. Do you get angry soon? Are you able to control your anger or not in some of the situations? How do you handle the stress situations? Do you lose your patience? Do you have the quality of cheating others and telling lies to them? Not being able to manage some things? Maybe. Are you able to do your works by yourself? Means, are you able to be independent? Do you always depend on others? Some children never know how to get ready. They don't know even how to get ready by themselves. How to study by yourself, you don't know. You go to your parents, you ask them to teach you. If they don't teach you, you don't study by yourselves, you don't do your works by yourselves, you don't complete your projects, whatever the teachers say to you by yourself. So, parents always need to come and then they have to help you. You trouble them a lot. Some of you don't know how to keep your things properly. You don't organize them properly. Your parents need to do it for you. Children, you should not trouble your parents for everything. You should know how to manage yourselves. That teaches you to be independent. From the beginning, if you develop this quality, that will definitely help you to reach high in your life. So I think from now onwards at least, you'll stop to trouble your parents and start doing your things by yourself. Some other weaknesses are getting stressed for trivial matters, for silly things we get stressed for sometimes. Some children, they worry a lot for silly things. They think too much. Some are very sensitive. Even for small things, they start crying. Some may have no confidence. Some may find it difficulty in making friendship with others. You may always quarrel with your friends for silly things, trivial matters. You may not know how to manage time. If you have to write notes, you might not know to complete it before the time given. If you are writing the exam, you might not know how to complete your exam within the given time in your exam. You might not know how to organize your things. So these may be your weaknesses. Most of us may have recognized our strengths, but not our weaknesses. So now it's our time to observe which are our weaknesses and also work on those things to change those weaknesses from weaknesses to strengths. Ask others also to tell you about your weaknesses. That will help you to understand you in a better way than what you analyze sometimes. Better is to take a diary, write down your strengths and weaknesses, then try to eliminate your weaknesses. Try to find the ways to change your weaknesses to your strengths. There are many ways to change our weaknesses. Maybe we can read books, personality development books. We can watch some videos. Nice videos are there in YouTube's. Then we can listen from some great people. We can take the advice from the parents or good friends. We can share some of the good things with them. Then what else you can do? Think about it. How you can work on that. Finally, you need to change your weaknesses to your strengths. What are we doing here? We are creating a self-awareness, isn't it? What is self-awareness then? It is an awareness of one's own personality or individuality. It is to understand yourself. Why is it important to have self-awareness? Self-awareness creates a better understanding of ourselves. It will help us to make improvements in our personality. It empowers us to build our strengths. Actually, this is the first step towards success or improvement. Let me tell you one story to improve the importance of awareness. This is the story of Viktor Serebryakov. who is from Austria, and it happened in 1950s. When he was 15 years old, his teacher scolded him as a dancer fool. He felt very bad. He then quit the school. He started to work as a laborer. He worked for 17 years as a laborer. Then he applied to work in the army. In army, they checked his IQ. It was beyond 161. When they checked his IQ, at that time he realized he is not a dunce but he is a genius. It created a self awareness in him for the first time. Then what he did, he started to learn and write books. After he got to know about his IQ, he started to learn and write books. After some time, he joined Mensa. Mensa means in America, it's for a super intelligent people. It's a society for super intelligent people. He became the chairman of that Mensa and worked for 40 years. See, who was in a school, he was told as a dance, and that person became the chairman of Mensa. And he worked for 40 years in that Mensa, and that Mensa was for super intelligent people. How did it happen? Only one thought. That is, he is not a dunce, but a genius. That one thought changed his whole life. Without knowing our strengths or weaknesses, how can we be successful in our life? Correct. So don't make it late. Start today itself to understand you in a better way. Transform yourself to be a positive person. So, back the success in your life. Thank you.